Welcome to our final presentation about Czech-Moravian Confederation of Trade Unions. Confederation of Trade Unions is a voluntary, open, independent, democratic confederation of trade unions protecting wage, working and living conditions and rights of employees. And what is trade union? Trade union is society of workers formed to protect and improve their working and pay and conditions. There you can see 31 unions which are creating the Confederation of Trade Unions. From industry you can find workers and mines, from body, like state body, you can find police corps, trade union of police corps, and you can find there also Czech-Moravian trade unions of workers in education or actors association. Now you will hear something about the history.
Something about history, we begin with the ROH, who was a revolutionary movement of trade unions. It was a communist thought, and it was in place before the Volpes Revolution in 1989. So when she came, the revolution, the ROH disappears. So for relief it, the CASKOS, mean Czechoslovak Confederation of Trade Unions, were born in 1990. So it was against the Communist Party, and it wants to decrease the communist trade unions' influence. After that, it was reformed in 1992. It was called Czech-Moravian Confederation of Trade Unions, and so it contains 60 trade unions with 800,000 members. And the goals were to negotiate for working conditions, wages, and have developed economically.
Okay, so there are many reasons why you join trade unions, and the main ones are up there. They help you improve your salary generally, and also your working conditions, such as health and safety. They help with personal problems, such as if you're discriminated against for being old or pregnant. They help in case you're made unemployed for a certain time. They may pay you some benefits, and they help you put money towards your pension fund for your retirement.
Since the 90s, the numbers of trade unionists in Czech Republic have never stopped falling. As you can see, in 1993, there were almost 4 million trade unionists, so more than 80% of workers. In 2008, there were only 100,000 trade unionists, so just 10% of workers. Now, we are going to explain why there is a decline. First, the Czech economy has changed, with a rapid decline in unemployment, especially in the textile and levers industry. So, the numbers of trade unionists have fallen because the numbers of employees have also fallen. There is as well a reorganization within enterprises and sectors. In the 90s, the employers was encouraged to relinquish union membership. We can also see a lack of employee interest. Weak tradition of militancy, union organizational structures can also explain this decline. Trade unions know the difficulties to recruit young people. How do trade unions to recruit new members? It shows its advantages such as free legal consent, it contracts workers at workplaces, it does campaigns such as with the spread public communication and welcome page.
So, the trade union in legal terms, here we're talking about the 3 bullet points we have here on the board, and it's from the top, as good assistance and advice as possible. Second of all, they will do so within current trade union law. And third, no charges will be added to the subscription for legal counsel. So these are like the 3 main points of the trade union law, if you could say so. They won't go beyond these because they want to keep their customers, their members. They want to make equal rights for everybody, and they don't want to take extra fee for something that's already included in the deal. So, for example,
look, this isn't fair. I've been fired from my job. I'm a teacher, and they accuse me of being lazy. Me, lazy? It's not right.
Easy there. I'm from the trade union of the Czech Republic, and I've come here to help you with your previous employer. I will make you, probably I can make you get your job back, or we can find an accepted, or we can find a deal that will agree with everybody, so everybody can be pleased.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so you probably already know a bit about what trade unions do. They negotiate with the government and employers for various rights for their employees and for themselves. They do this through the Czech tripartite body, which is made up of representatives of the government, the Confederation and the Employers Association, and they basically negotiate for workers and trade unions, so higher salaries, fewer working hours. Problems they face include a strong right-wing government, which is reluctant to listen to the trade unions, and well, they're actually going out of their way to restrict them in any way possible. At the moment, they're trying to prepare a bill to limit the right to strike. Employers also provide a problem for these unionists because they're not likely to want to increase workers' pay or work conditions, and many want to encourage the workers to be self-employed so they don't actually have to put money towards their pensions. And of course, the poor economy at the moment isn't actually helping. Solutions include continuing to negotiate with the government and with employers as well as the workers to find a reasonable solution. Another solution is to campaign for public support, to put pressure on the government and the employers. Thirdly, to support laws which help workers' rights and trade union rights. And finally, you can, as a last resort, strike or demonstrate for, say, better wages.
We want better wages! We want better wages!
Just so you know, they want better wages. Migrant workers also face problems from the government or the employers. They're supposed to have equal rights, but frequently these are ignored. A lot of the time they work for temporary agencies, so they can't be members of unions, and therefore their rights cannot be negotiated. You see discrimination against them when we went to TCPA, and they had 150 Vietnamese people working there for a while on the temporary contracts. However, when it was time to cut the number of workers working there, the Vietnamese people were the first to be fired, and they had to go back to Vietnam. And illegal employees also face this problem. And solutions, again, are to continue negotiating with government and employees for laws which support the migrant workers' rights and to encourage public support for them.
There you can see a list of our references. Thank you for your attention.